don't feel like it. We don't feel like it. 'Cause we don't feel like throwing it all away. We don't feel like it. We both have thoughts of leaving when thoughts get thrown around. But we keep going on believing and on till we're all cried out. 'Cause we don't feel like throwing it all away. We don't feel like it. But this time it's not about escaping. We don't feel like it. We don't feel like it. 'Cause we don't feel like throwing it all away. We don't feel like it.
Well, hey! I think we're live. Yeah, we are. Wow, let's get rid of that music. Welcome to the Blade Show. Sand Rogue Prototype Development. There it is in front of you. Where's this microphone going? Oh, it's over here. Right. Hello, microphone. How's about we type something like hello to all? There you go. Look at that. I can even type. Isn't that bro? Is that working? Yes, it is. Sounds working. Let's test. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound. New combat code, huh? Well, we've got everything else, but yeah. New combat code required. Look at that. Monster there. Remember Mr. M? Attacking M? Well, now we've got doors. Look, see, all the doors are correct. There we go. The code by... Oh, yeah. We've still got... It's not always correct. I don't know why that's happening. Oh, it's +1, is it? Oh, we can correct that whilst we're here. Oh, fantastic. Let's start with that. Just a correction. Correcting doors. Doors hanging out in mid-space, huh? Really? So the south wall is checking one beyond where it's supposed to check. That's what's happening. So we can fix that easy. He says. Wrong mouse. Yeah, it looks okay. So let's go and do that, shall we? It's in the dungeon. Doors are in the dungeons. So, south wall. Checking 1 too far. East, west, south. Right, well that's easy enough then. That's it. Done. Take the ones out. Let's go and have a look. See if we can find a south wall. Yeah, that's fine now. It's looking good. Oh, brilliant. Yeah. That's looking very good. Yeah, double doors. I was wondering about whether to bother checking for that, but I don't care. Down here, we've only got 132, so that's only 32 extra items in there. We're nowhere near our 1,000, so I'm happy. I am very, very happy. And the light is working properly. Our renderer is working properly. Wow, that's awesome. The escape key is working properly. Fantastic. Where are we going to start next? Oh, combat. Yes. Let's go to combat then. Combat. We can have a look in... We'll start with the header file. I don't know what I did there, but it was wrong. There we go. So, that's the main entry point. It's been taken out, obviously, because we're not using it at the moment, but Sand Attack is our main entry point. Combat should only occur between player and monster. We know where the player's statistics are. We do have game objects to call upon. So what I'm thinking here is adding something like void combat. Oh, it's Sand Attack. Why is it Sand Attack? We'll call it Sand Combat. So the name's wrong. That's the first thing. That's going to be combat. And I think we'll call it resolution, so we don't have to do an extra thing. Yeah. Attacker, defender, I32. So it's an ID. So can we please put that as an ID? I think that's only fair. Right, let's go and update. Oh, no. So it's all this lot here. Here we go. And it's going to be... Let's Splunk. Because we're now getting towards final coding. As you can see, there's a to-do. So we will refactor, rename. I'll just go to the end and put underscore ID. There we go. Refactor, rename. Go to the end, put underscore ID. Done. Thank you. Thank you for your help, IDE. So, rewrite combat to use monster data with 0 equals default player. So, yeah. Right, so what we want to do then is we're going to resolve the whole of the combat resolution. Alright, attacker, so it's 932, isn't it? Attacker underscore ID equals 0. That means we can now remove that. No, we can't. No, don't do this. Don't do this. I've just realised what's going on. There's a return value. Whoops, bad start. Bad start. So we're going to use monster data. Okay. Alright. So what we're going to be doing, hopefully, is getting rid of all this lot here. So all I'm going to do is comment it out. I think that's the best idea. Let's see what we have to do now. I think we're going to have to do a combat resolution. So what we're using, monster data. Name shock damage. Use monster data. I would if I knew what it was. Yeah. Data initialize. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. Do we ever get any? Let's find out. It says use monster data, so there's something there, but where is it? Monster stats. Okay. So monster stats. Ah, it is there. It is a component. So what we're just going to call this is attacker. Monster stats. There we go, star. And we just want to do an object lookup, don't we? There we go. And that just needs an ID and a component. Lovely. So it's going to be attacker ID. And the component will be component underscore monster stats. Fantastic. So that works nicely. I think we'll do the same for the defender. No idea why, I'm just going to do it. See if it helps. So defender. And defender ID. Fantastic. So we have an attacker and a defender. The battle will commence. Attacker and defender, are you ready? Oh yes, we're here. I'm not taking it seriously. Are we on a Friday by any chance? We must be on a Friday. I just ordered the last component for the new Apple Mac, which is a network aerial thingy that does networking. I was just going to look at something then and I've forgotten what I was going to look at. Oh yes, day. Day is Friday. Yeah, I thought it was. I can always tell when it's a Friday. I get a little bit jolly. And I've got some black, burpy, bubbly liquid. Some nice person delivered it last night and it's going warm, so I thought, stuff it, I'll drink it today. Instead of coffee. Well, it's got caffeine in it, I suppose. Right, let's go on down. Attack base skill. All right. Let's try attacker. No idea what's in here, by the way. Attack skill. U8. Fine. Don't need anything else there, do we? Let's do that. Combat shock. Okay. So I'm guessing that's going to be attacker. Shock. I-32, yeah, that's fine. So those two look okay. We're doing attack roll, effective skill equals attack, yeah, attack modifiers, yeah. That stays the same. Attack dice roll. Okay, everything else works. Critical hit. Yeah, fine. What we complain about here? Value is never used. Okay. Never used. Alright. I'm not bothered about that. On a critical hit. Yeah. Looks good. Oh. Looks as though this isn't going to be a big change. So it's defender ID. Hold on a minute. If we're passing a defender ID through, what's he rolling against? Blah de blah de blah. Damage. Yeah, I think we need to look at damage. But otherwise, I don't care right now. I just want to get this working. Object lookup component combat. Why would we need this? Right, this is defense roll, isn't it? Yeah. So, no, we're not doing that anymore. We're not using that. There really is no point. So you're gonna go. Bam. We already have the statistic. So we need a monster stats star defender. We don't need the object ID at all. The object ID was to look that thing up, wasn't it? Alright, we'll do it that way then. Monster stats defender. Yeah. Looks better to me. I don't have a thingy here. Why not? Let's go and have a look. What's going on? Interesting. Something not right here. Sand combat resolution. It's taking us up here to type defs, I-32. Why would I want to change it to a void star? Oh, I get it. It's the return value that's not correct for some reason. That's interesting. That one's okay. That's fine. Okay. Okay, that's that done. What's the return on this? What is damage? It's an I-32. Okay. Alrighty. Active defense score is dodge. So, what do we got? We've got defender, haven't we? Yep, I'm going to agree with that. that's probably basic better than that. Okay, active defense modifiers, none. We couldn't work any out, so we haven't got any. Defense roll. Actually, do we put defense modifiers in or not? Damage, shock, attack, object ID. No. We'll work it out as we get there. That's fine. So that is 0. I still don't know what to put there, so 0 it is. Defense roll, yeah. Defense roll, return. True or false? Okay, that's a bool. That's nice. I like that one. Reread code because I'm not happy with what it's saying up here. It's not giving me the go ahead to use it. It should just say it's not being used. Yeah, that's right. It's giving me the go ahead then. Really? I can't see any other thing that we might want to alter. All of this is done by the system. Alright. Blah blah blah. Melee attacks, blah blah blah. And damage, yes, that's fine. Alrighty, that looks okay. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, damage, opponent action, object's ID, damage. Okay, that looks alright. Not sure about this action thingy. Yeah, we're getting primary, secondary, and combat stats. Ooh. Don't want to be doing that. Alright, so I'll replace that with something. I suppose it's defender, isn't it? Equals monster stats star object. Could I have a component, please? for our object ID. And our component monster stats. Fantastic. I don't know why I just did that. Yeah. Alrighty. So we now have a defender instead of all that lot. Primary health status. Okay. What do we got? Do we have a health status? We do. So you can go. And that replaces that. Lovely. Health, primary health. I think we might have that. I'm not going to delete. Defender. I'm glad I'm doing easy stuff again today. Health, please. I'll go with hit points current, shall I? Primary health goes to health. Hit points current comes after. Ah, it wants the health stat. Damn it, we don't have it. You would think it's max hit points. But you would be wrong. Right, that's a gotcha. How easy would it be for us to add health? What is will? Is it just IQ? Damage resistance, hit points, current hit points max, unit XP, oh yes. AI to use, treasure, health status, name if you want one, damage type, special attack, base speed, and that's it. No health. We're going to have to add it. We don't have a choice. And yeah. Okay. Okay. That's not where I want to go. Actually, that's where I want to go. Type def structs ECS, please. Hey, ECS. It'll be right down at the bottom, won't it? Because it was the last one we added. Monster stats, here we go. I'll put it here. All right. You should be at the end. Sorry. And I'll leave it at that for now. I'm not... Why am I doing it? I don't know. Oh, we got a dingling. What was a dingling about? All right. Thank you for that. We use it in combat. But that's not where we set it. Core. Object add monster stats. Let's go and have a look at that. Object. Monster stats. Yep. Let's start here. Add model. Position. Primary, secondary, combat, monster. Here we go. Oh yes, I remember how we did this. So, monster health will equal monster underscore health open monster ID. That's it. So we need to go and do that. And that is in monsters. Here we go. So it's an I-32, I think I just chucked it in as, so there we go. I-32 please. Copy. Over we go. And it's just return health. Monster ID. Oh, lovely. Oh, monster is. ID. There we go. We don't seem to have a health. Dee, 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 dee. Damage shock. Static. V. It's an I-32. Monster health of 27. Alrighty. Monster health is equal to its hit points. So it's there here. Alright, we'll take it from there. This pointer is hit points anyway. Hit points. Max current, max, correct. It's always equal to the max hit points at the beginning. You can add to it. Why have I got a problem with equals? What? Oh, right. Index. Sorry. Not thinking. Alright, so we now have health. What about the player? We'll find out as we go, I guess. I think that actually puts it in automatically. Okay, back to combat. Okay. Defender. We can dodge. Blah, blah, blah. Right, okay. Oh, it was damage what I was doing, wasn't it? Oops, forgotten already. It's Friday. I can't remember a thing. I'm not here. Oh god, we've got lots to do in here. Defender. Health. Secondary. Hit points current. Remove a current and place in decided. So it's defender. Hit points current. That one. Minus equals damage. There we go. Alright, so we're looking at defender hit points current now. Here we go. That's just defender. Right, how are we going to do these two? Don't know yet. Defender. What we're looking at here, basic move divided by 2. I think it's base speed. Yeah. Alright, there's nothing to do with moving here, is there? No. Basic speed it is. Divide equals star. No. I don't like dividing. Star equals 0.5 f. Yeah, defender. Dodge. Divide by 2. Again, star equals 0.5. Don't divide. Unless you really have to, just don't divide. Division, computers can't divide, by the way. It's easy to multiply because you're just adding something to itself. Sort of. But division on a computer is naff. Absolutely naff. Always has been. So you're better off multiplying by a number less than 1 to make a division. Okay. We'll carry on with that. have to do the divide here, don't we? Health. Where have you got health from? Oh yes, we gave it up here, didn't we? Yeah, that's fine then. That's fine. Health status. Health status. Blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Next. Hit points current. A lot of this has to do with your current hit points, because it does all its calculations based on how well you are, maybe. Defender. Health status. Health status death. Yeah, well, there you go. Never mind. Alright. And that's defender. Health status done. Next. Let's just defend the shock. Defender. Health status. Defender. Health status. Defender. Health status, that's looking good. Health status roll. Unconscious. Blah, blah, blah. Right, this just returns a health status. I don't think it's comparing. Oh no, the modifier and health and everything. Yeah, it's already given. So there should be nothing to alter. Correct. Except for that. Nice. All we have to do now is use it. So we have a damage melee. Alright. Where are we going to manage our combat? Interesting. Right. I'm a systems analyst, I'm not a programmer. So let's analyze the system and see where would you place your I've got to do that next. Okay. Once we've got damage going. Right, and death. So, to help me, I have an external tool which I've added to Sea Lion called Doxy Wizard, which will take a file that I've set up using all of these variables and everything, going through all of these. So I'll set it all up. I'm just going to run it. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we have prototyped. It won't be very clean, but prototypes are never very clean. They give me a prototype, usually, when they've completed their mess, and say, here, sort this mess out. And I'll show you what I mean. This is the mess that we have generated so far. White screen. Nasty. I wish they wouldn't do that. File list, please. Just main will do. Alright. Can we get everything on? Yeah, we can get enough on. Alright, this is what we've got. Where would you put combat? We could place it in the rendering. No. We could place it in combat. Sounds good. We could place it in the main game loop. Sounds okay. Sand floor tile? Nah. User interface? No. Yeah, so the two choices we've got are the main game loop or sand combat. The answer's obvious, isn't it? Where do you do combat? Alright, so I've decided it's sand combat, it's obvious. We're not going to put it in the main game loop. Or you should, well, if you're prototyping, you do. But as I'm a systems analysis, and that's what I would normally expect people to do and prototype it, I'll give you a handy hint. Use something like this. Make your prototyping just a little touch better. The code ends up the same at the end of the day. Doesn't matter where you put it. It will find its way to the correct place by itself until it will run around your system until it's happy, and then it will stay in its happy place. That's what happens with prototyping. So if we put it in main game loop like you should do as a prototype, it will eventually be moved to sand combat. That's just talking from experience. So am I going to jump the gun? Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to put something in sand combat, in the main game loop, but it might not quite be what you expect. We are going to link it in there because look, we're already initializing some kind of sand combat. Got the header file. Right. Okay, that's over with. All decisions made. Fantastic. So, where should we start? Sand combat. let's make an empty file that we're going to use in our combat. Oh, well, what is that void doing there? I didn't see that. Actually, we are going to use a void. I probably started it and then thought, no, I'll do it on stream. What is this? Sand combat. And what we're going to do is an update. There we go. That's done it, yeah. Thank God for that. We found what the error was at the same time. There we go. That's all we need. In the main loop, we just have to place it somewhere. Game update. If the current game state is not equal to action none, we update the whole system. Current game state is updated with keyboard input. If game state player's current action is equal to action attack, guess what? We could do that, couldn't we? Is it that easy? Yeah. It saved us an awful lot of work just by doing that one simple thing, but when prototyping, you're not supposed to think that far ahead. That's thinking one step ahead, which is not a good thing to do when you're prototyping. But it's such a simple thing to do, is to have, well, we've already developed a game update. So if the player's current action is equal to action attack, oh, what did I just replace? Damn, didn't even look. Yeah, we can't just replace that. That's updating a variable. End of game update. That's it. And then you go into rendering. So our game loop didn't really gain a lot of stuff. If the action is equal to attack, we need to know the target. Do we know the target? No, we don't. No, we're prototyping, so I'll stop there. Luckily, we know what to do. We go next to our objects. And we type in a monster. Target. Attack target, okay. Attack target equals monster attack target. And this one, this time, is going to be a target ID. So that's what we need. Control B. Control V. U38. $32. Yeah, okay. U32. Simples, that's return. Attack target. And that is target ID. And I've set it to a U32. I'm an idiot. Sorry about that. Copy. Let's have an attack target. I-32, yes. Attack target. 27 possibilities at the moment. Yeah, we'll pop it in here. Where have we popped it? Nope. Here we did. Why did I pull that one out? Is it not needed? Is it one of those ones that comes up as don't do it? The reason I changed it to a thing is because it's -1. Starts off at -1. 0 is the player, unfortunately. Poor player. We don't want to pick on him now, do we? Can't see why not. Right, why have we got an error at the bottom? Right, that's done. That's done. But I do have to go back to objects now. No, common. Yeah, sorry mate, I got it wrong. I want to set you to minus. Alright. So all we have to do now is find out who the heck the target is. That's fun. Why have we got these here? What's going on? No, that's fine. We'll switch them off then. I don't know why it complains so much, but it does. So I'll just switch them off. Not being used. That's fine. Room contents isn't being used. Oh, we haven't got to contents. Sorry, we'll leave that one. But these, it looks as though we're not going to be using them. Never mind. There we go. So I've got one. Type destruct. Control, get rid of. Complete the room contents. There you go. Now we have another. There we go. Green tick. Happy. Alright, we have a target. So we need to find out who the target is. Well, we should already know. Shouldn't we? Input. Alright, it's in here. this one. We don't have player's current position, player's old position, or monster position. Well, let's go find them. We'll have them somewhere. Ding. Why would you need to pass it in? You wouldn't. Oh dear. Right, they are being provided to us. I don't like that. How do we know? We're getting it from somewhere. So what's it complaining about here? Game state. Alrighty. Alright. Player's action, game is running, models to render, main camera. Fair enough, no position. Sorry, game state doesn't hold it anymore. It was removed. Player's already got it, so leave it where it is. Okay. Player's old position. That's back up here someplace. That's this block. Yes, we already had the code. No, there's a bug. That's something like it, but not quite correct. Right. Oh, we're using game state here, are we? Do we need game state after this? To be honest. It says yes. Where's it used? Main camera. No, that's fine. Alright, that looks better. We've got ticks all around, and it does mean that we can't crash into the monster. I hope. My stupidity, thinking wrongly. Anything else? Too few arguments. Ah, yes. We need the monster's position here now, don't we? That's a problem. Current action is equal to attack. Ah, that's an if. Yeah. I'm not happy with that. No, we can't do it that way. We can't give it the monster position. We don't know it. Do we? Muppet, are you okay? Sounds like Fergles, but you're also coughing. That's a bit worrying. Don't like this. We need a different way of doing it. All we're doing is we're just going to pass in the monster position. Fair enough. That's what we're going to do. That's what the code says to do. Alrighty. The monster position. It comes out in the game state. What is the next check? Game state, player's current action. Yeah. Monster position. We better go and grab one. Where's player? The monster position's already been done. We just did it. Dice initialize, dungeon, 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 place player, camera, calculate, blah 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 blah. There it is. Position, star. Monster. Position. Equals. Position. Star, object. Look up component. It's 77 is the monster that we're using. And the component is comp underscore position, please. Done. Just pass it in. Yep. We designate its position when we add the monster to renderer. Well, I have done, but hey ho. Might not do in the future. Next error, please. Right, so it doesn't like attack target. It's only writing 108 bytes into 227. That's awkward. Who's doing that writing? I think it is... Yeah. Is it Monsters that's doing this? It's these two at the bottom. Do we need to write data there? No. No, we don't. Causes a problem? No. Can't think of one, so if it causes a problem, I'm sure we'll find out. Let's go. There's our monster. Can't move through him. Don't know if I'm attacking him or not, but he's solid. Of course, doors are not. But he is definitely one solid M. nice. We know who the player is, but we don't know the monster. Or do we? Yes, we do. Let's start with our main game loop. Right, that gets the game state and sees if we're moving into the monster. If we do move into the monster, we are attacking. And we use the sand combat attack. $77. It's the only monster we've got. Control B. I-32 monster ID. That's all we need. It is. I-32 monster ID. I-32 player ID equals God knows what I've forgotten. 64. There we go. Grief. Anybody think I'm guessing? I'm not. I'm not. Drinks. It's hot. It's looking good, this. So what we're going to do is we're going to update. We first do the sand combat resolution for player attacking monster. Do we do it simultaneously, or do we let the player go first for now? We'll let the player go first. And we get an I-32 back, which is something or other. So sand combat resolution, what are you returning to us? Damage. You return the damage. Why? Because it seems like a good idea. Yeah, okay. Turn the damage then. There we go. So, damage equals sand combat resolution. The attacker ID is player ID. And the defender is a monster ID. There we go. Do that. Then we have to apply the damage. Oh. If we know how. We apply the damage using this code here. Damage melee, and it's a void. Right, so I'll use this monster input stuff, won't it? Monster stats. Excellent. Oh, that's ace. I'm sorry, but that's ace. So it doesn't need us to pass anything much in. It can work it all out from there. That is awesome. Yeah. So it's just damage melee, action, opponent's action. Alright, let's work that out. Let's go back to our combat. And work that out. So it's that, damage melee, which we can't do. Hash include source, core, no, GURPS, and it's damage. There we go, that will help. Right, action, opponent's action. Don't know. Who's taking the damage? The monster ID. What was the last one? The amount of damage is damage. Action, action. I see. Yeah, there's a rule about what action the opponent takes, whether they're going to take a health roll or not. Okay. I'm gonna put an assumption in because I don't want to mess about with this bit. Shift comp. No, action. Action. Attack. For now. There are different variations on that. Now we can just reverse it. Making assumptions like that is bad, but I mean, really? Monster ID, player ID, player ID. What's fair for the monster is, so what's fair for the player is fair for the monster. It's not the other way round. Not that the game's trying to kill them or anything, but if damage is greater than 0, print f player does %d damage. There we go. Monster does %d damage. Nothing to return. Can't think of anything else to do. So we'll do that. Okay. I guess. Oh dear. Too few arguments. There's we'll sneak up very quietly. Very quietly. Bash. A defender hit points divided by health. Alright. Okay, we've got some missing stats. So object ID is 77. That's right. Defender is object ID what? Medusa. Yeah, that's right. So you know who you are. Health status shock. So it's going through it's doing its checks. But we have a problem here. What was the stoppage for? Arithmetic exception. It doesn't want us to divide current hit points by health. Because it doesn't know what an I-32 is. So I can do that to help it out. That'll put a definition in there. Basically all that does is tell the compiler to look it up. Which it obviously isn't doing. So I think health is 0. And there you go, it is. So that's the actual problem. Our health is coming through as 0. Here. Because when we generate, or when I generated this, I didn't give it any. That's quite correct, I didn't. So we have to assign health. All of these zeros. Ah, this is probably why it was complaining. Gotcha. Okay, we can stop there because I know what the problem is. I'll leave that I32 lookup in there just in case, because it's obviously not happy. But the problem isn't here again. It's in monsters. There. It's on the definitions here. I've just left stuff at 0. So we do have a level index. All right. Has this thing got a random number generator? What? All right. Yeah, it's got sand dice. So where's this level index? You're up here. Alright, number of dice to roll. Let's roll them. Instead of just leaving it as nothing. So, sand. Okay, no, let's try for dice. Dice roll. Comma 6. Close. There we go. That'll give us a number of hit points. Health. Hit points max. No, hit points max is 6 times that. Whoops. That's 6. The actual hit points. We'll give them a dice roll. Yeah, this is where we can put the dice roll in, I think. Just for fun. Just for laughs and giggles. Number is level. And that's got an index. And we have a 6-sided dice ready and waiting for you. put it in the right place. We'll do it. Right, so that gives us health, will index. We do have the will, everything, dodge. Attack skill, yeah, we've got. Damage ranged, yeah, we've got. Something just moved. Never mind. Got distracted by another screen with something moving on it, and I just realised it's showing my click to play silly game thingy. I couldn't refuse it when I saw it. I thought, hey, it's a roguelike. So yeah, bit of a joke really. Switch it off if you want. I do. Let's have a look. Dice roll. Health, dodge, attack skill. And we can't do shock index or attack target. Okay. Okay, let's debug. See where we've goofed up. So we're here. We can run around and go smack. Oh, nothing happened. Smack. Smack, smack, smack. Ah! Something happened. Okay. So, health is 0. Our health isn't working out very well, is it? Do you know who you are? Not really. Doesn't help. You're definitely the M, but your object ID is not right. Interesting. Yeah, will 0, health 0, everything's a 0. That's not coming through. It's not coming through because I don't think it's connected. How can it not be connected? Hold on a minute. I think it's giving us the right response. I don't think I've connected it. Oh god. Hooray, M's there. Good. Object ID 77. That's better. Thank you. Health is 0. Name, health status, shock, 4100. It's just giving us a blank. Hold on a minute, how can you give us a blank? We've got the wrong thing here. That's an object ID of God knows what. It's the wrong object ID with the right name. So the only thing that we're getting through this is its blooming name. A bit of rubbish. A lot of rubbish. Interesting rubbish. Fair enough. That's probably padding. Oh dear. Muppet. Oh dear, he's coughing again. Yeah. There is definitely something wrong with how we're getting this monster input. So we need to look at that. So let's go and have a look at the object itself. Control Shift N. I have got these wrong before, you know. So I'm not worried if I've got it wrong again. It'd be quite normal for me. So right, okay, let's start at the top. Object, add monster stats, object ID. Okay, well that's monster stats, monster malloc, monster ID. We are getting that fine. ID is object ID minus 64, yeah. That gives us 0 to 26. We are adding them, aren't we? Under initialization. I just realised I don't need to move my cursor down, I can just look. Oh dear. Add monster stats, create the monsters. Let's have a look at this. That subject, create, initialize models. Items. Monster stats. Combat stats. So we're just doing 64 to 91 and adding them. We should do a position as well. I'm just wondering why we do the monster initialization, create that and then do the monster stats at the end, because we have to have him. Yeah, okay. Alright. Monster stats component. Okay. Alright, we go through all of these, we get the information which should have been initialized. Do we set the object ID? I don't see it here. No, we don't. Why don't we? Why does this monster stats have no ID? It's the first thing that we should do. Is it not? So monster. Object ID. Oh, that didn't go well. Well, that equals object ID. That's part of this lot. It's the first thing you should do. That isn't part of it. That's the lookup ID. So the component now gets the correct ID. Yes. The object gets the correct component. Yes, so those two should now tie it all together. Should. But they don't. Ah, bless. There you go, 77, correct. Medusa, correct. AI to use, so treasure 40. Right, so I've got to look at those. Treasure 40, AI to use 1. What the hell's all this? Let's go and have a look. Okay. Let's take a look what we've got. So M is Medusa, correct. It knows who it is. Treasure. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think that's right. 65 plus 14. No, it's not. 13, 12. 77 minus 64 is 13. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 40. Correct. AI to use is 1 normal. No. Mean. Oh dear. This is a mean harpy. Attack target, we haven't got one. Who's next? Health will roll bundled. Unit XP 200. Why is health and will cocked up? Does it have hit points? Oh. Right, okay. A little bit more than usual. There's something going on with the dresses here. Right. Does it tell us here what it is? Monsters Out of Room, we haven't got that far. Monsters Out Wandering, we haven't got that far. No, it doesn't. It would seem that that's good. That's good. Everything that's in this lot, mean, yeah, that's good. AI to use mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's just what 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Mean. That's correct. Level. Where's your level? Why don't we have the level? Only use for conversion from D&D, that's why we don't have the level. Okay. Fine. Will base speed and unit XP, I bet they're all rubbish. Will 0, yeah. Base speed, I bet is rubbish. 0, yeah. Unit XP will be something stupid. It says 200. That's correct. So anything in these tables is correct. All of this stuff, like damage resistance, it just hasn't got. So what we've never done is run the code that puts that in. We've loaded the model. Monster data initialize. Okay. It's not being run at the right time. Well, something's happening in here. Memset. Get out of the way. It's Okay. 108. Attack target. Comma, -1. Comma, I'll do 90 of them again. I don't care, really. Doesn't matter to me, just as long as we've got something in there that we can look for. But this monster data initialization isn't happening. Which is interesting. Alright. Move those two now. You're sorted. Why are you not being used? How come you're not being used prior? But you must be. Here's the problem. My mind isn't accepting what I'm seeing, because what I'm seeing is the actual monster initialization up here. That's when we add monster stats. Monster initialize models happens here. Oh, it does this. It loads the monsters. Oh. Monster data initialize. Happens after. So I'm not hunting for it again. It has to go before. Ah. Here. Those two items are linked. But this item, I'm not sure it's picking it up. So we are going from 0 to plus 26, which is plus 27. Yeah. $91. Yeah, 90 is capital Z. Okay, loop sounds good. What did I just do? Found it. We convert it over to 0 to 27, don't we? Oh dear. So it was looking at the wrong things. Whoops. Right, let's find that horrible M. Here, M. Have some of that. No, have more. Give me... Oh yeah, we're doing damage. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Damage. I want to do some. Oh no. Death. Everything's bad is happening. Oh no, what happened? Oh no. Oh dear. So the monster does a load of damage. We don't do any for some reason, which means our skill hasn't been set, which is fine. That is awesome. Yeah, we need to set the player up a bit better. Monster does 2 damage, object 64, makes health roll, negative HP, dice roll of 14, unconscious. The unconscious equals 14. No! Unconscious. We remain unconscious as it kicks us and claws at us, and then we die. Oh dear. End of story. We have combat. That was a nice little hunt for Red October. And on that note, I think you've all earned a cup of coffee. So go make a cup of coffee whilst I grab myself a bit of luxury here. Oh gosh, that lid's a bit weird. So that's it, that's combat done. Obviously, we don't want people to, like, be dead and carry on. So, yeah. If we kill a monster, that's all well and good. But if the monster kills us, oh, that's a bad time. This Medusa will always kill us, don't you worry. Because we're equal. It doesn't really matter in this game, there's no levels. So you could take on a Medusa on the first level, but you probably wouldn't be well enough equipped to kill it. You'd be stone dead in no time. But it's part of the game. The interesting other facet of the game is that combat is not required to win. Think about it. I'm a non-violent person, so I'm quite happy about that. And if I can find a way of winning the game without actually physically harming another creature, that would be awesome. The true neutral. But yeah, the dice rolls look good. Absolutely fine. Status seems to look good. You see, we've got this status stuff, and we're not doing anything with it. So it's the effects of status, things like that that we now have to cover. Results of combat, if you decide to try it. Doubt I will. But I'll have to play test it, I guess. Never mind. Unless somebody wants to play test it for me. But they'll have to, you know, construct it themselves, because I'm not allowed to give out compiled copies. And this does compile on a Mac. That's quite interesting. Once my last component comes in for the Mac will be in the bedroom. I'll be learning all about it in the evenings when I'm trying my drugs out and going all happy juice. Being disabled does have its advantages. So, yeah, that's today done. Yeah, that wasn't hard. I like the result. I do like the result. I like the lighting. The lighting will change, by the way. It's a shame that. This is interesting, this. It means you can pass through any of these areas as doors. But doors block line of sight. So when the line of sight rules are done, yeah, I'm dead, by the way. I'm just walking around. That monster's already killed me, bugger. At the moment, monsters will only attack if you attack them. Mind you, they're not exactly manoeuvring around a bit, are they? So, what's on the to-do list? We've finished what we intended to do, so let's get that up on GitHub. Combat, refactor, recode, and tested, fully tested. So, commit. You can have the code, but I can't compile it and give you the compiled version. It's illegal for me to do so. I've already asked them, Amber Skies has asked them, and they came back to me and said they won't allow you to distribute the program, so I can make it for my own personal use. They've allowed that. But as I'm using GURPS Lite, and in the copyright it says please distribute, I am allowed to distribute the code, because in the code is GURPS Lite. Actually, that reminds me, if I'm going to do this one, we have to add it. It's been requested. So, documents. It's that one. Copy. And we shall put it in the main area. here. So there. There it is. And that is, oh yeah, sorry, add. Thank you for reminding me. Commit. We'll add you as well. It's their copyright. It says pop it in there. There we go. There we go. It's all yours. It's looking good. It's looking good. Commits are done. Project can fold there. Actually, no. Okay. Actually, that's not a good idea. Because I want to have a look at these, don't I, to-dos. Right, what do we got? Game objects. This thing, it's been hanging around since the very beginning. And it's because we didn't code it. We were just doing, well, we didn't even have a program at this point. So quite rightly, these two should not exist. And it's to do with the floor. Do we keep it? I don't know. The VAO and the VBO are already here. So this happens at the floor being initialized. Remember, the floor was the OpenGL triangle. So it was never developed. We used the development of that to give us our game objects and ECS system and all of our models. It came from that code. And as is my tradition, I've never removed the code. Don't need to, do I? Because it's very valid code and always will be. Okay, we moved it. At least we moved it. That's something. It's this floor model that's doing it, and it's here. Found you. Dungeon levels. We've got. Who have we got up here? Main game loop, and that's it. Interesting. We can actually create that at any stage, can't we? Yes, we can. That's interesting. It's interesting in where it's been placed. More than anything. Right, now I understand, yeah. So where do we tell them about our VAO and stuff? Or don't we bother? Okay. Huge space here for no reason whatsoever now. Camera, perspective, light, colour. When do we use those? They say they're in use. Like when? This is bad. Whoa, that's bad. Yeah, we're on items next as well, aren't we? Well, I can't really do items, I suppose. Well, yeah, we can. So it is in sand floor tile create. Right. What I'm going to do then is I want to take that outer sand floor totally. Okay. So it's on 44 for the VAO. There it is. Take you out. Just don't need you. We just don't need it. It's irrelevant at this point. Should really take the floor tile out. Totally. And replace it with a model. But I like the idea of having this extra model that is like created ourselves from the very, very beginnings of OpenGL. It'll come in useful for other things. We return all of this information. It's only the VAO ID I need. That'll do. Right, so dungeon level initialize is no good to us. Player. I think we just leave that. It's an OpenGL command. End of the main game loop. Yeah, GL. Delete, destroy. No? I mean, main used to do it all, didn't it? it's going to be floor. Was that VAO or VBO? Damn, got the wrong one. That one. What I will do is that does it not exist here? Okay. Underscore model dot VAOID. Whoops, don't do that. There we go. Sorted. And that takes them out of game objects altogether. Lovely. If you're wondering, there is actually a very, very small leak of 1, 2 times 4, 8 bytes. I think I've left 8 bytes unchecked. Am I willing to sacrifice 8 bytes? No, I'm not, but we need. Why don't we just save them out in its own? Yeah. Why am I being so daft about this? What is the real problem? It just doesn't have a cleanup routine. That's the real problem. Why don't we solve the real problem? No, I'm not willing to sacrifice memory ever. So the real problem is that here we don't have avoid sand floor. I know it's going to sound silly, this one, isn't it? Clean up. Somebody's got to clean up the floor. Don't need to pass anything in. All the variables are already here. So it can clean its blooming self up. Why should we be doing it for it? Yeah, exactly. Copy. La 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 la. Didn't even leave myself a line. Alright, so that code that I've just done in the main game loop doesn't belong here anymore. Already, we're moving it. What? Okay. Belongs in here. I've no idea what I'm going to call it. So let's go through them. We have a gluint VAO ID. No, just cut it out. And there you go. We have a VAO ID. We have an IBO ID. Did we leave something floating around on the first one? No. Fair enough. There we go. So we've got the IBO. That's your index buffer. And we've got our vertex buffer. Good. Got a feeling we might have a color buffer. Don't need this at the bottom, just moving stuff around. Yeah, we have a color buffer. It's funny, I've been looking at metal for the Mac, and it's exactly the same as this. It's just OpenGL with a different name. So there's going to be no problems in doing that one, by the looks of things. Sorry, Apple, but you really don't invent things at all. You just copy other people's stuff and rename it. Let's be honest. They haven't invented anything for it. Well, no, they haven't invented anything that I can find so far. Nothing. Their business is renaming things. And if they would like me to if they would like to challenge me on that statement, then please go ahead. I am quite happy to go public and answer and ask you the questions in public. Thank you, Apple, Mac, whoever. An NBO, normals. Problem is I can prove it. Cut. Yeah, it's been interesting having a Mac. Been a bit of an eye-opener. Been trying to find out what I spent my money on. And, can't see it. Good quality, though. I would advise anybody just to buy one for quality product. I mean, Apple Mac, my God. If they went for the watchword quality over we do our own stuff type of thing, then I would be probably a fan. But I'm not. I love it a bit, so I think they've done a real good job. The stuff that they've chosen to copy has been good. Very good. That's it. That's it, folks. Ba, bam, bam, bam. I'm not bothered. I mean, they make the money out of doing whatever they do. They're a business, after all. Just don't ask me to support that kind of practice. I'm not a fan of it. I'd like somebody to invent things. Right, let's do it. What do we need? Is it just vertex arrays then? Really? Not sure about that. Bam. There we go. IBO ID. VBO ID. Color buffer. Okay. NBO ID. Why not? Those are the variable names I used. And VAO ID. There we go. All cleaned up. Ready to go. Now that goes in the main game loop. There. Fantastic. So the sand floor keeps itself clean. Hey, how's about that for a floor, huh? Wish my floor downstairs was the same, but it isn't. Come here, you. There we go. Hold on. Anything else I want to change whilst I'm here? No, I've got a tick. I've got a green tick on that one. Oh. Okay. Oh. Build. Let's see how many mistakes I made. None. Doubt this will work. Oh, hell, it worked. Yeah, monsters doing me damage. Yeah, okay. Okay. Monsters winning. That's that then. So sand floor is self cleaning. And to-dos. Objects update. Now, why would we want to update the objects? I have no reason to update the objects, have I? Oh, I see. Add and remove objects from line of sight. That isn't updating objects, really. No. I don't see why we need one at this stage. So, goodbye. You are the weakest link. sort this out. We have sorted it out. Goodbye. You're deleted. I did notice a great big hole in the loop. No idea why there was a big hole in the game loop. Probably because there used to be something there. Well, it ain't there no more. Wow. Wow. What? What pudding? Are you back to complain? You're getting to be a grumpy old git like me. Do you realise that, Puds? Bless him. Okay. Done. Oh. Came from Valgrind. Not sure. Not sure I want to do it. Because I know that it's not correct. So I'll delete that one. Initialize models. Load model. Yeah, it's an ongoing project. There we go. That's that one done. Add fixtures to level. Yep, we did that. Got our doors. Stairs. Might be helpful. So stairs. Do we have any? We've got a plus at. No, we don't. We have no stairs. We have no stairs to give you. So I think we should have stairs. I think it's about time because we're getting to items and room contents. This to do here. I think we should really have stairs in. Traps I'm not so bothered about. Stairs down, yes, I am bothered about. It says 62 here, which is the greater than sign. Check. 62, huh? What do you think, big boy? Yep, it is. It's 62. Blender, help! Got no model. Oh, thank you. That was quicker than normal. This computer must be getting used to me. Monster. There he is, Mr. M. Let's edit our monster in edit mode, and we will make a greater than sign like that. Come back into object mode. Let's make sure our object looks correct. Yes, it does. It's not very well centered. That's better. Export as an OBJ. Okay, selection only. Normals, UVs, materials, triangulate faces please, because we can only use triangles. Not bothered about anything else. I don't want it here. Yeah, in the wrong file. Sea lion. Sand rogue. Resource. Moggles. ASCII. There we go. Greater than. Oh, I'm not allowed it. Why am I not allowed the greater than sign as a thing? Oh, that looks like a line. Oh, that's an awkward. Maybe it is underscore greater than. No. Obviously this isn't a character. How's about greater than? Without that stupid thing at the front. Yeah? Happy? Good. Done. Da-da-dam. We have it. Add. And add. Lovely. Dungeon. Place stairs. How do we initialize them? Load model. So this is object 62. Object ID 62. It's not a plus. I can tell you that from experience. I know what happened. There you go. Model component. Object. Hold on a minute. Where are we getting model component from? No. We can't do it that way. Oh, yes, we can. How are we handling these at the other side? Model component and object. Doesn't look right. Game object is object. So why am I using object.model ID equals that? Yeah. The object ID dot component, but what about the object itself? We're not setting this. No, we're not. That's been missed. It might be set by... no, it can't because we're not passing it in. There we go. That will now be correct. Yeah. Now it's placing it, the correct component in the correct place. Thank you. And we have a reference to it. I didn't realise the IDs were being missed. That's probably one of the problems that we were having before with the combat system. That's spotted. Okay, anything else I need in there? I think it's only place doors and place stairs. So we can now add stairs to the rendering. Okay, let's pop stairs in on the renderer. The renderer. God, this main game loop keeps getting shorter. La 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 la. Here we go. Object add doors to render. Okay. And we'll call it object add stairs. To a render. There we go. That's what we're making up on the spur of the moment for our stairs. We may as well pop them in, see what they're doing. See what they're up to. Alrighty. Where are we going? Objects. Lookup, add monster, combat primary, add position, add doors. Here we go. We better change it into something else there. Like that. So it's current game state. Oh, Rolex. I hate it when that happens. Control V. I don't like S. Doors is plural, so that's fine. Hey ho. No, we'll keep the S then. Stuff it, why not? Copy. Let's have a look at what we did for this. Oh, look at all of this rubbish that I typed in. Oh my god. Alright, adding stairs should be easy. Don't think I'll copy that a lot. I think I'll copy that one. It's a lot shorter. So it's 60 something. Down 62. Let's go with 62 for stairs ID. No, just going to call it ID now. It's easy to start deleting things than it is to start renaming everything every time I do this. Because we have not got a general function described as yet. Although this is looking... Which room shall we add it to? 0. We're adding everything initially to 0 for testing purposes before we continue on. Because then I don't have to go and find it. It should be in the same room. And it should look like a greater than sign. Theoretically. Let's see what the debug process says. Yeah, the debug process says yeah. Yeah, we can move on to it, that's fine. Can't move on to the monster. I like the way the camera catches up there. So, oh, we did some damage. We did 3 damage to that monster. Right, so we've got stairs. I don't think it's a good idea to put stairs in 0. Or the monster in 0, as a matter of fact. But we didn't say we were going to randomise them, did we? At this stage. So that's stairs sorted. We can add ulot. Stairs loaded. Stairs load and render. Done. Come here. Okay, done. Not having a bad day today, are we? Can close you lot off again. To do. We are in 4 items left. Add room contents when door is opened. Well, we haven't got that far. System change the access from main game loop to sand combat. Done. Yeah, done. Let's do it. Let's follow that through. What I'm saying is, stop accessing this stuff from main game loop, which is what I was saying to you before. I didn't even realise this to-do was in when I was talking about it, but we've actually gone and done it anyway. Told you, it happens anyway. It was already up to be done. So back in our project on the main game loop header, you can now take out damage. You can't do damage from there. Let's see how we've affected things. Oh look, we haven't. Great. As you combat. But that's major. That is a major removal of an item, really, from the include list. How much of this include list do we really need? I mean, should we really be having dice in here? In the game loop? Should we be taking random decisions as we're looping around at 600 million miles an hour? Making random... yeah, that's a cause of many crashes. It's thoughts like that. Would you let that random dice steer your car down the motorway? No, you wouldn't. So why the hell is it here? No idea. I could find out, but I'm not about to because we're doing to-dos. So that was a nice one. The removal of a header file. It's basically what I was asking to be done. To in common.h, room contents, complete the room contents, and the other to do is add room contents when door is opened. I wonder what we've got left to do here. Maybe room contents. Alright. It's room contents, isn't it? Maybe. What we got in main? At the top. Well, put it in then. That's where it goes. Comes up with line of sight. Line of sight is the next biggie for to-dos. Next we are on healing injuries. That's not a bad one to do. How are we going to do it though? And where does it go? GURPS. I think it's injuries _ healing may be a better way of looking at it. Sometimes just by reversing two words, you can get a completely different viewpoint. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've spent enough time on combat and doing damage, but what we haven't done is any injuries or healing. We have partial injuries. We have shock and stun in effect, but we don't have long-term injuries and the ability to naturally heal or whatever heal at all. We have no way of getting hit points back. So that's a big subject. It's its own subject. It's not part of the combat system at all. It's got nothing to do with combat. In fact, it's got everything to do with being out of combat. So it's a source file. Have a header. We'll make it all C and we'll pop it in injuries healing. I need to put the little thing at the beginning. No. Don't want any of that. Don't want any of that suicidal underscoring thing until it gets to the middle. Healing with H. Right, okay. Add. Rightio. What have we got in commits? just those three. To do's. Complete. With item distribution remaining. That's those three. Doesn't, no, right, okay. Commit. Commit. Done. Right, so this is the next section. Okay, commits are all done. Project, do need to do something in the project here. And that's hit return here. Because it doesn't. Full, you know, simple things like that. It's just things, yeah. There you go, that's committed, that's your to-dos done. Yep. Go, go, go. Gone. Yeah, gone. And that's you. Done. Let's think about this. We can design ourselves our own injuries and healing system now. Isn't that nice? But first, I might just need a quick bio break, and then we need some drinks here, because it's hot. Oh. Bear with me, I'm getting old. You can shore up, Pudding. You're old as well. Oh, what time we on? I don't really want to start this at this point. I want to spend a full day on this. I want to get a full prototype code for it. Now, all the code is going to be generated by GURPS Lite rules, which are now on GitHub, so you can look at them. And it's on the last page or two of the 32-page system under injuries, healing and recovery, or something like that. That's the heading. And what we'll be doing is we're going to be pulling those rules out of the off those pages, literally, and coding the rules literally. And I mean literally, literally, if you want to be literal about it. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. We are literally going to take the GURPS Lite rules for injuries and healing and disease. I think it's disease is included in there. And we are going to pop those rules into this file. Could be interesting. Anything can happen, actually. I have no idea what this code is going to be, what it's going to look like, or how it's going to end up, just like I didn't with the combat code. Now I've included the rules, I can take all of those notes out of there, which I probably do off stream, I think. I don't know, I mean, those notes are good. But I could tidy them up a bit, couldn't I? Yeah, maybe a bit of a tidy up in there. But I've got so many files now to tidy up. A lot of them are quite tidy. But we are getting to the stage where we need to do tidy ups. Because I leave a lot of destruction in my wake as I program. Usually of the niceties I create afterwards. So I don't know if people want to see how I go about cleaning code, which I do on a regular basis because I do code reviews when I clean them, and I just decide on, it depends what subjects I've just done. I usually go with those and look at those files. Older files I don't normally look at unless one gets used, like the other day, the map file got used and I went, what the heck? But after that session I went back and cleaned the file. Yeah. And now I know what it does. And that's how I can carry on programming this. Not because I remember it all, it's because I don't remember it all. It doesn't matter. You don't have to remember anything. The code does that for you. It's on the screen, it's on the computer. You don't have to remember it, you can read it. Well, you should be able to by now. You wrote it after all. So if you can't read your own code, how do you expect other people to? And that's my opinion, and that's why I do code reviews, and that's why I clean it up. So I can read it and know what it does, and if I can't, then I sit there and I code review it and redo it until I can. So that's that. That's the end of today's show. It's been great. We're down to no to-dos for the immediate future, and our next session tomorrow is on injuries and healing. In the meantime, just be careful about that injuries, healing and disease stuff out there. Word of warning, it's not nice. So take care. If you do get a chance, have a bit of fun, but it's not always possible. So hey ho, try and make the best of what we've got. Catch you tomorrow.